Namaskar, good evening, hello, and welcome to GLIBTALK. My name is Samrat Ghosh. Yes. Season 2, Episode 4 is at your disposal right now after a long wait. Yeah, we know, thoda sa delay ho gaya tha because of certain exigencies that happened. My guest was not well, I was not well, तो थोड़ा delay हो गया तो तहे दिल से माफी चाहते हैं आपसे. But coming back to talking about this particular talk show, as you all know that GLIBTALK is nothing serious. It's often thoughtlessly. It is all about the ready wit in your mind, the presence of your mind, and it's all about learning about somebody's life. A commoner, rather, a common soul who is only known to certain known faces in her or his entourage. That's exactly what the initiative is all about, because we all know about the celebrities' life, how they have become celebrities, what they have become, what they have achieved, etc., etc., etc. So the initiative, the purpose of this particular initiative is कि सेलिब्रिटी का लाइफ तो हर कोई जानता है, लेकिन एक कॉमनर के बारे में कौन कितना जानता है, उसकी जिंदगी में क्या होता है. We all are stars in our own life, and if we are stars in our own life, we have so much lessons that we have learned so far. And anyone, the Gen Z, the millennials of the world, or the kiddies of the generation, they have so much to pick up from our lives, what we have gone through, be the best of it, be the worst of it, be the hardships of it, anything and everything for that matter. And that's exactly what the initiative is all about. Well, I started this initiative around about 4 years ago. Pandemic ka time tha, karne ka kuch tha nahi. And then everyone is becoming the self-proclaimed health coach, mental coach, पता नहीं क्या-क्या coach बन रहे थे. तो मेरे अंदर वो qualities तो है नहीं, because of which I could not become any other coach. I'm a former radio jockey, so radio was always there in my head, in my mind, my soul, in my body, my blood. So I thought, let's do something different. And that's exactly how GLIBTALK was born. And I did my research in terms of finding out the word glib, because let's talk, do talk, some talk, there was something or the other. It has to be something unique because it's my initiative. My name is Samrat Ghosh, So with that, we start with our guest. Well, she is an alluring woman, a fantastic diva, a fashionista who has actually worked in the corporate for a very long time. She started her career with Vodafone, eventually getting into NIITs of the world, classic research, been part of the media industry like Z Television, etc. Then her last endeavor, where she was heading a talent acquisition team, being the vice president HR. Well, Kahaani mein twist abhi bhi baki hai. So what is the twist is all about? She has transformed her life. She has chosen a different career altogether, rather pursued her passion and translated this into her full-time career. That's how she's earning big moolah, by the way. Not getting too much into it. That's how the Arcana Queen was born, ladies and gentlemen. So my guest for the evening today is Minaakshi Rathour, right from Delhi. Yes, I'm also based out of Delhi, so we are like neighbors, little far off a distance. But yes, she's there with me right now, live. Well, with this, Minaakshi Rathour is her full name, but her name is not spelled the usual way the normal Minakshis are spelled. That's how she's different. She's absolutely exclusive from the rest of the world. I have had the chance to interact with her for a very long time, knowing about her life, endless hours, long hours conversation, and I know Minaakshi to a certain extent, but yet to explore her in a much, much better way. With this, graciously, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome Minaakshi Rathour. Minaakshi, how was the introduction?
It was good.
Good? Okay. मुझे compliment चाहिए होता तो.
It was amazing. It was excellent. It was like, मुझे लग नहीं रहा था you're talking about me. I thought there's some diva you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what you are, Minaakshi. That's exactly whom you are, what you are. So I know, ever since we started about this initiative, you know that इसमें हमें कोई पैसा मिलता नहीं है, ना मुझे कोई पैसा देता है, ना मैं किसी से पैसा लेता हूँ. This is purely all about passion. It's about pursuing passion. And that's what I would love to know about. How did you translate your passion into your full-time profession? From a VP talent acquisition in an organization, or spending a lot of time in the HR fraternity and turning out to be a successful tarot card reader. That's like, that's very, very unusual. Normally hota nahi hai aisa, right? And that's how when I went through your LinkedIn profile and I approached you that, hey, this is what the initiative is all about. Would love to know about this transformation that you've got into your life. So before we get into that, Minaakshi, my first question to you is, it's a candid conversation. आप कॉफी, चाय, बियर वगैरह कुछ भी पी सकते हो, किसी का कुछ पाबंदी
पहले बताना था ना बियर लेके बैठ के.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Okay. Oh, sure.
So Minaakshi spelled as Minaakshi is the first time ever in my life I've heard such a spelling. Normally Minakshis are Minakshi or Mnakshi.
Nakshi, right.
तो मीनाक्षी राठौर का भी जो राठौर है आपका जो लास्ट नेम है उसमें भी ट्विस्ट है ना?
इसमें ट्विस्ट नहीं है. This is through family twist. So in my entire family write OUR. That's
okay. So उसका भी कुछ कहानी होगा which I will probably ask you.
I'm sure. I think if I'm in this line, so my family somebody must be from this line. That's how it got changed.
I'm sure. So my first question to you, Minaakshi, first of all, thank you very much for saying yes to this initiative.
Thank you so much for calling me. Pleasure.
ये तो आपका बड़प्पन है. Because the way people like you and my previous guests who have come in my show, they are so nice and so generous to support an initiative and taking out that particular 1 hour in terms of letting me know about their life a little before we actually conduct the talk show. जैसे रिजेक्शन भी मिला है उससे भी ज्यादा जहाँ बोला अच्छा इसका क्या पर्पस है, वाई प्लेटफॉर्म क्या है, ऑडियंस बेस कितना है. मैंने बोला यार ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, इट्स अ स्मॉल इनिशिएटिव एंड बूंद बूंद में सिंध बनता है एंड दैट्स हाउ इट इज हियर. सो मीनाक्षी, वेयर आर यू फ्रॉम? लिटिल बिट अबाउट योरसेल्फ, थोड़ा बचपन के बारे में बात कीजिएगा. It's going to reach the world. So would love to know, I will shut up, I've spoken enough. Would love to know about your childhood memories, where you're from, where you're born and brought up, how did your education happen, then eventually getting into your life ahead and where you are right now. So over to you, Minaakshi.
Okay, thank you so much, Samrat. Okay, Minaakshi childhood was really amazing though. So I am basically from Rajasthan and UP mix. And so my father was an engineer.
Okay.
And that's how my journey started. So going to a different plants because he was engineer in a sugar factory. So we guys have traveled and been into that small town initially. But unfortunately, he passed away very early. He was only 30 years old when he passed away. So we were quite young that time.
Got it, okay.
Yeah. So after his death, life has changed because my mom was a homemaker, and from homemaker her journey started, and she started working for us and stuff like that. So
right.
So if you talk about me, how I was as a kid, I was carefree, fun loving, must जिसे कहते हैं ना, always happy. I think अभी भी मैं वैसी ही हूँ जैसी मैं बचपन में थी. मैं I don't think so I've grown up.
Okay. You have not technically, yeah.
Also, I genuinely feel that I'm still a baby. I have whatever I wanted to do in my life as a kid. वो जो सपने देखने थे कि शायद मैं ये होस्टेस बनूंगी, मैं ये करूंगी, वो करूंगी. I still have that. अगर वो एज बार नहीं होता तो शायद मैं आज ये होस्टेस के लिए भी ट्राई करना चाहती थी.
Okay. ये नहीं मुझे नहीं पता था.
Okay. So सपने तो बहुत थे. But एक सपना था, it's like a movie, Samrat, I'll just tell you, that as a kid, सब लोग पूछते कि बड़े होके क्या बनेंगे.
Right.
तो मैं हमेशा बोलती थी कि मैं बड़े होके खुश रहना चाहती.
Okay.
That's what I really wanted. And that time people laughed at me and say कि ये कोई ambition नहीं होता लाइफ का कि तुम्हें खुश रहना. मतलब you have to do something in life. You can't be just happy.
Right.
So now when I'm in this profession, so I realize how important it is to be happy. Okay. And it is the most difficult and the most easiest thing to do in life. So it's both. It's only the mindset what you have.
Right.
So if you talk about my college and my studies, then I'm from Delhi. We moved to Delhi long back. I don't know, it's been 30 years. And since then we are in Delhi. So I'm a South Delhi girl.
Oh, I was coming to that only. You know Saudis होते हैं ना, the Saudi, like Sobo, like South Bombay, South Delhi. जो they don't say भैया, right? They say भाया.
Yeah, भाया.
Right? I mean that's the analogy for the South girls technically in Delhi or in Bombay. ये South Delhi वाला फैक्टर क्या है? मुझे आज तक मेरे पल्ले नहीं पड़े. मतलब थोड़ा बताइए इसके बारे में.
Tell you honestly, Samrat, I think मुझे भी नहीं समझ में आया कि साउथ दिल्ली गर्ल्स को ऐसा क्यों बोलते हैं। अगर आप साउथ दिल्ली की किसी भी लड़की को ये क्वेश्चन पूछोगे ना, एवरीबडी हैज दिस कि आई डोंट नो व्हाई,
Right.
but when we see ourselves, I'm like, okay, that is the reason, because
Okay.
we have a little bit of attitude. That's what.
Little bit of an attitude.
Yeah, I think we know that we are good.
That's modesty, by the way.
Yeah.
वो little bit नहीं है, बहुत ज़्यादा है.
नहीं यार. So वो शायद
Okay.
पता हो ना कि हम अच्छे हैं. I think that's
Absolutely.
South Delhi.
So वो तो बचपन हो गया थे, starting college. I think it's a very good thing, you know. Normally not everyone would say that बड़े होके आप क्या करना चाहती हो, खुश रहना चाहती हो. ये तो मतलब यूनिवर्सल ट्रूथ हो गया, सबको पता होता है लेकिन कोई बोलता नहीं है या फिर कोई बोलती नहीं है ऐसे एक्सप्लिसिटली. बट सेकंड क्वेश्चन कम्स कि खुश रहने के लिए कुछ करना पड़ेगा, राइट? यू जस्ट कांट बी स्टेइंग हैप्पी विदाउट डूइंग नथिंग. तो वो जो खुशी आप चाहती थी बचपन से बड़े होके मुझे खुश रहना है, उसके बारे में थोड़ा जर्नी बताइए कि हाउ डिड यू बिकम हैप्पी? नॉट नाउ, वी विल कम टू दिस पर्टिकुलर thing where you are about your profession at today's date will come eventually in a sequential manner. But वो जो आपने pursue dream जो देखा था आपने, right? Then you got into, after finishing your academics, you got into your corporate life, right? तो वो करियर वाला जर्नी थोड़ा बताइए. और एक ट्विस्ट है, you are the former finalist of Mrs. India 2021. ये सब जानना है. और इस जर्नी के दौरान आपकी जिंदगी का क्या क्या सीख है? What have you learned? What would be your suggestions to the newbies of the world or people in our contemporary, age or in today's world, people in today's world for the matter? So just if you can let us know about that particular journey. फिर आपने शादी की, that is also another thing. And then you are a proud mother of a 20-year-old grown-up guy. Right, जो आपसे भी, I think he's like what, 6'3" or 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a little shorter than 6. Yes.
He's a little shorter than 6. So, being a proud mother, so इसके बारे में थोड़ा अगर you can take me through the journey, how difficult it was, how smooth it was, what were your learnings, etc.
Okay. So Samrat, since my childhood, as I told you, I lost my father very early. For any girl, that father figure is very important.
Correct.
So that father, whoever can relate to this, कि अगर लड़की के father नहीं होते, she will always look up to a man who will give her love and care in her life.
Right.
And you always look for that.
Right.
And that's the reason why I wanted to settle down. And before that, I started working very early because I wanted to support my mother. My mom was a single earning member. We are 2 sisters. And I was average in my studies, not a very excellent person. So good. बचपन में मेरे घर में बोलते थे कि मीनाक्षी लंगड़ी टंग से पास हो जाती है, कभी इधर करके, but she always passed.
Okay.
That was me. So I used to call myself कि लंगड़ी टंग से मैं पास हो गई. Whatever way, but I have always passed. I have never ever failed in my life. And surprisingly, I have distinction in my graduation. Even in my MBA also I topped. So that was surprise for everybody कि जो लड़की लंगड़ी टांग से पास होती थी.
उसके साथ ऐसा क्या हो गया? इतना अच्छा टाइम कैसे?
क्या हो गया that she become so serious about her studies. I was always a very carefree, somebody who liked to dance, like to go out, and very outspoken and very very happy about everything. कि कोई मुझे कुछ बोल भी देता था ना तो मुझे फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता था. मतलब मुझे लगता था आई एम ऑन ड्रग्स. तो मेरे ऐसे बहुत सारे फ्रेंड्स बोलते थे कि सुबह सुबह what are you up to? मतलब कोई तुम्हें कुछ बोल भी देता. I'm so happy in my own zone.
Right.
कि मुझे फर्क ही नहीं पड़ा किसने मुझे कुछ बोल दिया या किसी ने मुझे हर्ट करने की कोशिश की. मतलब I'm still happy and nice. So I think that was a great learning when I started realizing that maybe I'm too sweet. Okay. Maybe I'm too kind. इंसान को खुश रहना चाहिए लेकिन इतना भी खुश नहीं रहना चाहिए कि कोई तुम्हारे ऊपर से चला जाए और तुम्हें पता भी ना चले.
Right.
And that was the learning to start saying no. And it was a very difficult journey. And trust me, Samrat, saying no, it's not an easy task.
Not an easy task.
Somebody who's a people pleaser, who like to please other people, for that person, saying no is difficult. But it is the most important thing. One have to learn this lesson, and I have learned it very hard.
तो वो कौन सा इन्फ्लेक्शन पॉइंट था जहाँ पे आपको लगा कि ये I have to start saying no right now? ऐसा क्या एक ऐसा ना कि थ्रेशोल्ड होता है जहाँ पे आपको लगता है अब तो ये एज है, इधर मैं रहूंगी तो मुझे यस यस बोलना पड़ेगा, इधर जाऊंगी तो शायद मैं गिर जाऊंगी, राइट? यू जस्ट एट दैट क्लिफ, द एज ऑफ द क्लिफ.
I think वो मेरी शादी के बाद हुआ था, when I finally thought of leaving my husband and thought of taking a divorce. I think that was the time I was with him for 14 years.
14
I tried to be
years?
happy. 14 years, yes, I lived with him. And then I thought, no, I'm too happy and I can't let people walk over me all the time. You know, if I'm sweet, I deserve to be treated well. So that was the time when I realized that I need people should treat me well. And so I asked for a divorce.
I'm not asking you personal questions, by the way, please don't get me wrong. But people should treat me well is what I heard. You just said it right now. That means you were ill-treated by people around you?
Kind of, yes.
Okay.
Yes, a lot of people ill-treated me. A lot of people, try to pull me down. In fact, I wrote a book also on this, about my life, about my journey. And that book is also dedicated to all the people who pulled me down, all my friends and my colleagues I worked with, who was standing as a friend, but stabbed me from behind. So this book is also dedicated to them. I hope.
I was about to come to that because we spoke about it, and the name of the book is Flying Solo with Minaakshi, right?
Yes. Yes.
And it would be my strong recommendation. I had that opportunity to read the entire book before even it's published. So I consider myself fortunate enough. And I was coming to that, but आपने वो बात छेड़ ही दिया तो you said an interesting line that that book is dedicated to those people who actually pulled me down. So जब वो बुक पब्लिश होगा और ये मतलब भगवान करे इंशाल्लाह कि वो बेस्ट सेलर बन जाए और उन लोगों के पास तक पहुँचे और वो पढ़े और वो जाने कि what wrong they have done to you. So, but एक हाथ से तो ताली नहीं बजती है, right? You can't clap with one hand. So why would someone backstab you? Why would someone do wrong to you? Did you ever introspect कि क्या कहीं आपसे कहीं गलती हो गई थी किसी तरीके से जिसकी वजह से ऐसा कुछ? So if you can talk about that more.
Sure, Samrat, मुझे लगता है कि when you're too happy and you are a too kind of person, जब वो कहते हैं ना कि पहला थप्पड़ पड़ता है तो इंसान को नो बोल देना चाहिए, और जब आप नो नहीं बोलते तो वो अब्यूसिव हो जाता है. तो गलती आप बोलो तो हाँ, जिसने पहला थप्पड़ खाया है उसी की गलती होती है. So if you put it that way, so हाँ, definitely I should have stopped these guys. I should have cut cords with them. I should have moved out of this kind of toxic friend or a family member. I should have, but I have not done it. Thinking कि ये मेरा best friend है, I should be with them. Oh, ये मेरे घर के लोग हैं, I can't leave them. If they are saying something, it's okay. It's okay. It's just not okay, Samra.
Right.
So I strongly believe सबसे पहले खुद को रखो फिर किसी और को. So there is a very beautiful prayer which says दूसरों की जय से पहले खुद को जय करो. And that's what I believe in. If you're not respecting yourself, trust me, nobody will. And I have learned this in my life journey that I have to respect myself. Otherwise, nobody will do it.
ये फ्लाइट में भी कहते हैं ना, पहले खुद ऑक्सीजन मास्क पहनिए, उसके बाद दूसरे की सहायता कीजिए. Right? So it's very similar in that analogy. So coming to little personal part of your life, 14 years of marriage, Minaakshi, right? And we are having a very heart-to-heart conversation here because शायद आपके जैसे ऐसे बहुत सारे लोग होंगे, right? And in due course of our conversation, you also told me that you want to associate yourself with an NGO, right? We'll come to that also, right? You want to help people. You want people to talk, come out front, let the world know about what is happening wrong with you, what has happened wrong to them, and you want to help them out. So जब ये आपके खुद के साथ हुआ, 14 साल is like almost 1.5 decade. And it must have been extremely difficult for you to take the decision of moving out because that becomes your life, right?
Yes.
So ये आपने, I don't want to know the reason, that is totally your personal thing. Not anyone has to know about it. But ये wake up call कब आया कि 14 साल मीनाक्षी, राइट? ऐसा नहीं 14 दिन 14 महीना, राइट? या फिर 14 हफ्ता, 14 साल। एक कहावत है ना ड्राइडन की, दैट वी फर्स्ट मेक अ हैबिट एंड हैबिट मेक्स अस। तो इंसान आपका हैबिट बन जाता है, दिन रात आप उसी को देख रहे हो, उसी के साथ बाहर जा रहे हो, खाना खा रहे हो, सब कुछ उसी के साथ हो रहा है। एंड इट्स अ वेरी वेरी डिफिकल्ट डिसीजन टू टेक, राइट?
Absolutely. It
तो वो
was
वेकअप कॉल कब आया जहां पे आपको लगा कि नहीं, यू आर रेडी टू लेट गो एट दैट 14 years of strong bond or that relationship, and you're fine and you think that I will be fine? If you want to talk about it a little.
sure. So Samrat, see, when anybody take a call of let go of a relationship, trust me, it is not that particular day the person has decided. It was already there in their subconscious mind that this is getting too much, this is getting too much, this is getting too much. So it started from, I think, 6 months of my marriage. I could see a lot of red flags, And I discussed with my family, and they said, leave him, come back. They were very supportive. My mother was very supportive. She said, just leave him and come back. But as I told you, I lost my father very early, and I wanted this marriage to work because I have not seen that married life. I have not seen वो करवा चौथ कैसे करते हैं, क्योंकि मॉम बहुत जल्दी विडो हो गई थी, एंड आई वाज ऑलवेज वांटेड टू गेट मैरिड. वो जो इंडियन सोसाइटी है, मैं कह रही हूँ, ये फिल्म्स ने ना हमारी लाइफ खराब कर रखी. करण जौहर वो जो पिक्चर बनाई हुई है ना कि एक घोड़े पे कोई आएगा और उसके बाद लाइफ बहुत ही ब्यूटीफुल हो जाएगी. ऐसा नहीं होता है.
वो तो फिक्शन है ना, वो तो फिक्शन है.
पर उस टाइम जब आप ग्रो कर रहे होते हैं तो आपको फ्रिक्शन नहीं लगता ना, आपको लगता है कि वो रियलिटी है. यू लुक फॉरवर्ड फॉर इट कि शायद मेरे साथ ऐसा होगा.
अच्छा, हाँ.
वो एक ड्रीम जो है वो मैनिफेस्टेशन में बदल जाता है. मतलब फॉर एवरीथिंग यू इमेजिन, इवन द क्लोथ्स, इवन द गाय, अगर वो उस तरह से भी स्टाइल में आ जाए तो लगता था कि शायद यही मेरा शाहरुख खान है.
हाँ.
सो या यही मेरा सलमान है. तो अक्षय, I had a huge crush on him. So अक्षय की तरह अगर कोई लड़का दिखता हुआ या किसी के बाल थोड़े लंबे हैं या उस टाइप का है, तो मतलब एक वो फील आता था कि कहीं ये वो मेरा राजकुमार तो नहीं है.
अच्छा, हाँ.
So ऐसा होता है कि because you relate to them. So movie है really, I think जिस टाइम के हम हैं उस टाइम में मूवी के अलावा कोई सोशल मीडिया नहीं होता था, कुछ नहीं होता था. So there was no Google also. So when people are looking up to somebody कि मेरा लड़का या मेरा पार्टनर कैसा होना चाहिए, तो वो हीरो जैसा होना चाहिए. That's the only thing we could have ever imagined. So
तो मतलब आपका खुशी थोड़ा कंडीशन था, खुश रहना है शादी करके, लेकिन वो हीरो जैसा बंदे के साथ.
हाँ, हीरो जैसा कुछ मतलब उसने कुछ मेरे लिए कुछ डिफरेंट सा किया हो. मतलब
अच्छा,
मुझे दुश्मनों से बचाया हो, गुंडों से फाइट. अच्छा, मतलब कुछ तो हीरो टाइप का होना चाहिए.
तो क्लाइमैक्स होना चाहिए स्टोरी में ऐसा.
हाँ, मतलब कुछ तो फिर मुझे ये मिले मेरे हस्बैंड. हम लोग पार्टी में थे और मैं एज ऑलवेज हैप्पी डांसिंग, एंड ही लाइक मी एंड ही फॉलोड, एंड मुझसे पूछा तो मुझे लगा कि अच्छा खासा लड़का है. एंड उस टाइम पे क्रेडिट कार्ड और मोबाइल मैंने किसी के हाथ में कभी नहीं देखा. द फर्स्ट गाय आई सॉ विद अ मोबाइल, दैट वो हेवी वाला जो मोबाइल होता था,
मोटोरोला होता था, वो पेंसिल बॉक्स वाला
टाइप का मोटा सा. He used to carry that. I'm like, wow, ये कोई स्टाइलिश बंदा है.
अच्छा, ओके.
एंड फिर वो 2-3 डेट पे लेके गया, एंड he used to take out that plastic जिससे पेमेंट हो जाती थी. That was very fascinating that time.
Okay.
Somebody, just give credit card like this. So काफी चीजें थी जो बहुत ही स्टाइलिश थी उसकी. तो I got carried away and I started flirting. And मुझे लगा ठीक है, टाइम पास टाइप का है. But he took it too seriously.
Okay.
And, then he's like, I want to get married to you. Though I could see other red flags also, because मेरे दिमाग में, as I told you, वो पापा के जाने की वजह से ना, I had that image of somebody who's very loving and caring. So I know that he's a nice guy. He's somebody who's very stylish, somebody who has money. सब कुछ ठीक है, लेकिन वो love and care मुझे इतना दिख नहीं रहा था. I could sense it, but आप होता है ना उस टाइम पे आप जवानी के जोश में खो जाते हो.
मतलब you get carried away with the thing.
Yeah, you carried away, and then on the top of it, the guy say, I want to marry you. That's again a very wow.
Very wow, and a
Okay.
strong statement coming from a guy.
Yeah. And then I was like, mazak mazak mein go talk to my mother, and he comes to my house and he asks my mom that I want to get married to your daughter, and that was a huge halla because we are Rajput and they are Sharmas,
Okay.
Pandit. So caste difference.
Caste difference.
So anyhow, we got married and all, but that red flag, which I personally now keep telling people, that you knew from day one when you meet somebody, you can see the red flag, and we just avoid it. So
तो वो
don't
रेड
avoid
फ्लैग,
it.
वो जो रेड फ्लैग होता है मीनाक्षी, मतलब आपका क्या मैसेज होगा, because you've been through it, right? You've been through
Yeah.
that journey and that experience all by yourself. So
Yes.
what would be your suggestion in a relationship, be it a guy or be it a girl?
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
red flag, the definition of red flag could be different. It differs from people to people, right?
People to people. Yeah.
You have your certain set of expectations from your partner, and through your learnings, through your education, through about what you've seen around, your friends, your family. So your red flags are very well defined in your head and your mind, right? And वहाँ पे जब आपको दिखता है कि अच्छा ये थोड़ा गड़बड़ है, this could be considered as a red flag, right? Now, what are those typical red flags do you think anyone should consider in their relationship? I'm not talking about matrimonial always. I'm just talking about a typical relationship, which is technically a love affair, right?
Yeah.
कौन सी सिचुएशन में एक बंदा या फिर एक बंदी को वो डिसीजन लेके पीछे हटना चाहिए कि ये तो मेरा थ्रेशोल्ड हो गया अभी? मतलब सोचो, मेरे दिमाग में ऐसा कोई डेफिनेशन नहीं है, काउंट नहीं है कि इतने सारे रेड फ्लैग्स हैं मेरे अंदर, बट अगर सोचो हाइपोथेटिकली स्पीकिंग कि ये 5 मेरे तो रेड फ्लैग है, स्ट्रिक्ट नो है, तो वो कितना थ्रेशोल्ड तक आपको लगता है कि जो आपने नहीं किया आपकी जिंदगी में, राइट? आपको तो 6 महीने में दिख गया था वो रेड फ्लैग्स, बट हमारा ह्यूमन टेंडेंसी क्या होता है, हम उसको ना मतलब इग्नोर करते हैं, ठीक है,
इग्नोर करते हैं बिकॉज
वी लेट इट गो, वी थिंक ठीक हो जाएगा, लेट इट गो, प्रोबेबली। ऐसे करते करते आपने 14 साल निकाल दिए। You ended up spending 14 years, which you have seen 6 months during the first 6 months of your marriage. अब तो देखो वो जो हो गया, बट आपका सजेशन क्या होगा थ्रू, since you've been through that journey, कि कहाँ पे बोलना चाहिए कि that no thing that you said, right? कि भैया बहन यहाँ पे no है, रुक जाओ, आप रुक जाओ, हम भी रुक जाते हैं, दोनों की भलाई। So if you can talk about that.
Sure, Samrat. So let me correct here. So red flag is not what society or movies or education or friends or family tell you there is a red flag. No. I think we all are intuitively, everybody has a different need.
Correct.
Okay. For me, that love and care was there. Maybe for you, it is not that. So when we talk about red flag is our internal soul which makes us happy. कि अगर कोई मुझे प्यार करेगा, मेरा ख्याल रखेगा, तो मैं बहुत खुश होंगी.
Correct.
You know, that's my soul food. That
True.
love and care is my soul food. For you, something else. कि maybe, you know, सबकी जिसे कहते हैं, हम बोलते हैं love language different होती है.
Right.
So our red flag is not what society had told us कि the guy should be educated, the guy should be, you know, wealthy or from a very good family. ऐसा नहीं होता है.
Correct.
मुझे लगता है कि that is not the red flag. Red flag is मुझे बचपन से पता था the kind of guy I will settle. A guy who will love me and I will respect him. It both ways.
Both ways, yes.
उस लड़के के मैं पैर छू सकूं. उस लड़के ने मेरे लिए इतना कुछ किया होगा that I can touch his feet.
Right.
That's the kind of person I was looking for. And I when I said 6 months में मुझे वो red flag दिख गए थे बहुत सारे, because I was not well, and when I called him, he's not available, or there is an issue in my family or in my workplace, and I'm calling him, he's being very rude to me, you know, or his disappearance. So मतलब I slowly realized that when I met him for the first time, the way he behaved with the waiter, जो ये आजकल बहुत ज्यादा थ्योरी बोलते हैं, मेरे ख्याल से शायद अब मेरे जैसे कुछ लोगों ने एक्सपीरियंस करके उन सबको लिखा है, that it is very important the way that person behave with you on the first meeting and with the people who does not matter, a poor or somebody does not matter, maybe कल वो उससे नहीं मिलेगा दोबारा, उसके साथ वो कैसा behave करता है. कैन गिव यू कि रेड फ्लैग्स क्या है लाइफ में। तो मेरे लिए कि जो आपकी जो इंट्यूशन बोलती है ना, जब आप किसी को फर्स्ट टाइम मिलते हो, आपको वो रेड फ्लैग, चाहे वो कुछ भी हो, चाहे वो उसकी ऊंची आवाज हो, चाहे उसका गुस्सा हो, चाहे उसका टू मच ऑफ पोजेसिवनेस हो, चाहे उसका नॉन केयरिंग नेचर हो, वो आपको एकदम से वो घंटी जो बजती है ना, जो हम सोचते हैं कि प्यार में बजेगी, वो रेड फ्लैग में बजती है।
अच्छा,
दैट्स माई लर्निंग, दैट्स नॉट लव। हम कहते ओ घंटी बजी हमारी, वी गेट दैट वाइब, जो आजकल ये वाइब वाइब चल रहा है, वो वाइब नहीं है, उसमें इतने सारे रेड फ्लैग्स होते हैं, वो घंटियां बज रही होती हैं, वी थिंक इट्स लव, it's all red flags.
right.
So before you fall in love, you just wait for some time, at least see somebody for 6 months and then go forward. So मुझे लगता है कि 6 महीने किसी भी रिलेशनशिप को हमें देने चाहिए before we fall in love.
Before you fall in love, but प्यार तो हो जाता है, and you just fall in love with someone. You don't plan and fall in love कि 6 महीने बाद ही प्यार करूंगी या फिर करूंगा
नहीं, मैं कहती हूँ
एक
कि
साल।
जो रेड फ्लैग है ना, वो मतलब आपको दिख जाते हैं डे 1 में, डे 2 में, डे 3 में,
राइट।
लेकिन कब आपने बोला ना कि हमें स्टॉप कर देना चाहिए? मैक्सिमम 6 मंथ्स,
6 months,
मैक्सिमम 6 मंथ्स। इसके बियॉन्ड किसी को जाना, इट्स अ टोटल वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम। अगर कोई इंसान 6 महीने में नहीं बदला है ना, वो जिंदगी में कभी भी नहीं
बदलेगा, कभी भी नहीं बदलेगा।
तो माय टाइम फ्रेम इज 6 मंथ्स, दैट्स इट। और मेरे ख्याल से आपको अगर रेड फ्लैग फर्स्ट डेट में ही दिख गया है, तो आपको लगता है कि नहीं, मे बी आई एम ओवर थिंकिंग, पीपल थिंक दे आर ओवर थिंकिंग, एंड दैट्स व्हाई वी अवॉइड रेड फ्लैग्स। दैट्स द इशू, सम्राट। It's not overthinking, it's your intuition. It's your inner soul who are saying कि no, it's not the right person.
Right.
So
वो बोलते हैं ना, I think this is a very अच्छा कहावत है कि रिश्तों को बचाने के लिए अगर एक बार झुकना पड़े तो ठीक है, लेकिन बार बार झुकना पड़े तो रुक जाइए, रुक जाइए।
बिल्कुल।
That's very, very well. So thank you very much for sharing that, Minaakshi. Now coming a little digressing right now from the conversation we've had. So ये Mrs. India वाला फैक्टर कैसे आ गया? I mean, how did, I mean, आप तो बोले थे कि यार मैं तो खुश रहूंगी, शादी होगी है, ठीक है, I'm fine. चलो रेड फ्लैग ये अलग एक दूसरा टेंजेंट है, राइट? It's a different aspect of life. Where is this Mrs. India thing? कैसे हुआ वो? And of course with your talent and your stature, I'm sure you became a finalist. हालांकि वो क्राउन नहीं मिला है, जो भी है, but वो जिस मुकाम तक आप पहुंचे थे, वहां तक की बहुत लोग पहुंच नहीं पाते हैं, right? They can't even reach that list of finalists. So if you can tell me that, being a housewife, being a mother, and then you decided that I would like to go for a contest like Mrs. India, and which happened in 2021, as per our discussion. So what was that inspiration? आप क्या सोच रहे थे, कि क्या प्लान थे आगे ahead? If you can just talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let me correct this, Samrat. I was never a housewife. I was always working.
Yeah. No, you were a wife. I'm sorry. My bad. You were married. You were married. So understood.
Yeah, I was always working. I was always into corporate throughout my life. As I told you, I started working little early just to support my mom. And after that, I left because my husband said, we need a housewife. He was from a good family. So he's like, I need a housewife. So I let go of my work. And when as I told you, 6 months में मुझे पहले भी थे red flag, अभी भी बहुत सारे red flag दिख रहे थे. And then I realized that I have to have my own money and I have to be financially
stable.
Yeah, stable, because for any woman, if they are not financially strong, emotionally, though we are already weak. If we are financially also weak, we are done.
आपने पहले ही कहा emotionally or already very weak.
Yeah, we get, we are so loving, caring, that motherly nature is there na in every woman, कि we let people walk over us and we say, रिश्तों के नाम पे जिसे कहते हैं ना, चलने देते हैं लोगों को कि नहीं यार, ये तो मेरी मदर इन लॉ है, उन्होंने मुझे एक थप्पड़ मार भी दिया या 4 गाली दे दी, तो क्या फर्क पड़ता है? हस्बैंड ही तो है, अगर वो फ्लर्ट भी कर रहा है तो क्या हुआ, वापस तो घर आ रहा है, एटलीस्ट माई मैरिज इज सेफ, माई मैरिज इज सेफ. सो वहां पे थोड़ा सा मतलब, अभी हम जैसे मिसेस इंडिया का बता रहे, तो मैं शुरू से ही वर्किंग थी. एंड व्हेन आई टुक अ डिवोर्स, उसके बाद माय हस्बैंड पास्ड अवे. सो वहां पे मुझे थोड़ा सा मतलब डिप्रेशन भी हुआ, सैडनेस भी हुई, बहुत कुछ हो गया. बिकॉज आपने इतने साल की जर्नी रहूं नहीं रहूं में बिताने के बाद आपने फाइनली करेज किया कि आई वांट टू वॉक आउट ऑफ दिस रिलेशनशिप बिकॉज इट्स नॉट वर्किंग आउट, इट्स नॉट हेल्दी फॉर मी, एंड व्हेन यू मूव्ड आउट एंड दैट पर्सन इज नो मोर,
which was like unexpected.
अनएक्सपेक्टेड, बिकॉज उस टाइम पे मुझे समझ में ही नहीं आया कि हाउ टू प्रोसेस व्हाट टू डू. So I think one, we are very emotionally weak. And boom, I was under depression.
It's like a life-shattering moment for you.
Obviously, because I never thought that he will go. So I never hated him. There was. I always say, if anybody asks me what went wrong, I think मैं नाराज थी, वो मना नहीं पाई. That's what I say.
Well said. Well said.
पर नफरत नहीं थी. It was a love marriage. So there was, as I told you, I'm always a happy person. और मुझे लगता है मैंने जिंदगी में कभी किसी को नफरत की ही नहीं. तो जब वो गए तो मैं बहुत ज्यादा डिप्रेस हुई, बहुत ज्यादा. मतलब मैंने अपने आप को लॉक कर लिया और मैं कम से कम 1 साल तक, और फिर कोविड भी आ गया तो हम लोग वैसे भी नहीं निकल पाए घर से बाहर. तो वो जो डिप्रेशन टाइम था, एंड देन आई रियलाइज कि मतलब मैंने तो कोई गलती नहीं की है ना. मतलब व्हाई एम आई punishing myself?
Right.
I have a responsibility. So I have a kid. I have to take care of him. I have to be financially secure. I have to stand up. This is not me. This is not what I wanted to do. There was 100 things I wanted to do, and that's why I walked out of my marriage. क्योंकि I'm very strong and I have to stand up. So I just started posting my pictures on Insta, मतलब Facebook and stuff like that, because I was not there on social media.
Right.
And after divorce, I deleted everything. Then I thought, no, I have to be out there, and why should I hide? I have not done anything wrong.
Correct.
And so when I started posting picture, all my old friends started contacting me, and there's like, wow, your pictures are beautiful. Why don't you, there is an event happening. Why don't you try and go? And I was so depressed. I'm like, no, why will I go? Look at my face. I'm not looking nice. I can't do it. Matlab, I'm not
You were not in that zone. You were not in that zone.
Yeah. And for that kind of event, you have to be very positive. And there is a lot of competition. So, but I don't know, one day I just thought, let's do it, Minaakshi. Why not?
Right.
Why can't I do it? And then there was a debate. Of, am I a Mrs. India? Matlab, am I Mrs. or I am Miss?
Yeah. Because you took a divorce. Yeah, you took a divorce.
Yeah, divorce. So should I write Miss? Should I go for a Miss or should I go for Mrs?
ये अलग कश्मकश है तो.
तो सारे डिवोर्स लोगों को होता है जब किसी से क्वेश्चन पूछो, are you single? So they don't know what to say कि हाँ मैं सिंगल हूँ, but मैं मैरिड थी. Right. So stuff like that. So that's how it started, and I thought this is the best thing to be out of that depression. When I participated in this, I met such wonderful women there. You can't imagine. Oh God. मतलब वो हाउसवाइफ भी थी, वो घर का भी ख्याल रखती थी, वो घर से बहुत सारे काम कर रही थी,
wow.
that kind of thing. And I was like कि यार मैं तो एजुकेटेड हूँ, मैं तो इतनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में, कॉर्पोरेट में काम कर चुकी हूँ, बहुत कुछ कर चुकी हूँ. मतलब person who is educated is under depression, and people who are a housewife have never stepped out in corporate, have never experienced anything.
Correct.
They have the courage to be on the stage and perform. So we had a dance competition and all that thing, and I have never danced in front of anyone. Never. So I was like, oh, that's a big thing.
Right.
And that too a solo.
That was a solo dance. Okay.
And I'm like, oh God, I'm not doing it. And I'm like, no, I have to challenge myself. Can I do it? Can I do it? And then वो बच्चा ना जो बचपन में जो मैंने कहा ना कि जो मेरे अभी अंदर है, वो मुझे लगता था कि वो इतने सालों में कहीं मर गया, वो एकदम से खड़ा हो गया. जैसे होता है ना उसकी पिक्चरों में. करेक्ट.
और अचानक वो बच्चा जाग भी गया, राइट? कि वो जो एक
एकता कपूर के सीरियल में होता है ना कि वो रीबर्थ लेके वापस आता है.
You have to bring some Bollywood or some connection.
Yes. So यार मैं मीडिया में काम कर चुकी हूँ तो मेरे ब्लड में है.
Right.
तो वो जो बच्चा था ना, वो एकदम से उसने जन्म लिया और उसने बोला, मीनाक्षी यार तुम तो इतनी मस्ती करती हो, मतलब ये क्या है, डांस नहीं कर सकती, मतलब खुद को चैलेंज कर दिया. And then I prepared a song on my own. And then I dressed up. और मैंने वहाँ खड़े होके परफॉर्म किया. And उसके बाद इतनी क्लैपिंग हुई, मैं इतनी शाय थी, डिप्रेस थी. वो जो क्लैपिंग थी ना, वो जो सब लोग अप्रिशिएट कर रहे थे, मैंने वहाँ बहुत दोस्त बनाए अपने.
अच्छा.
तो वो चीजों ने ना मुझे डिप्रेशन से बाहर निकाल दिया एक झटके में.
Right.
एक झटके में आई वॉज आउट ऑफ दैट डिप्रेशन. सो दैट्स, मैं सबको बोलूंगी जो भी इन सब चीजों से जा रहा है, लाइफ इज जस्ट ब्यूटिफुल. डोंट लॉक योरसेल्फ इन अ रूम, just be there in the world and world will accept you the way you are.
And the world is calling you, so
Yeah.
just respond to the call.
Yes. और 2-4 लोग ऐसे भी मिलते हैं जो आपको लेग पुलिंग करते हैं, आपको बोलते हैं ओ यू हैव पुट ऑन वेट, तुम तो ऐसी लग रही हो, तुम्हारी तो एज इतनी है. डोंट केयर, इट्स ओके.
Just let it go.
Let it
दो कान
go.
दिया भगवान ने, एक से सुनो दूसरे से निकालो.
और मैं एक और बहुत प्यारी बात, मुझे जो बार बार मुझे, मतलब एक कोट है जो मुझे दिल पे है मेरे, कि people say that we have 2 lives. And second life starts when we realize that we have only one.
Okay. We have
Yeah.
2 lives. The second one only we realize when we realize it's one life.
Yeah.
I didn't understand. मतलब.
Okay.
हाँ.
So we as a human think that we have 2 lives. जैसे कि अभी शादी हुई है, अभी रुक जाओ, अभी रिटायर होंगे तो एंजॉय करेंगे. जब हम बच्चे थे तो माँ बाप बोलेंगे कि अब शादी कर लो, तब अपने पति के साथ एंजॉय करना. पति बोलेगा पहले बच्चों को सेटल करो फिर एंजॉय करें. तो वो कभी एंजॉयमेंट, कभी लाइफ में कुछ होता ही नहीं है. मतलब एंजॉयमेंट इन द नॉट सेंस कि आप पार्टी करो, दारू पियो या कुछ और करो. इट्स फॉर योरसेल्फ, मतलब जो तुम करना चाहते हो.
करेक्ट.
चाहे आप कुछ भी करना चाहते हो, चाहे आप मिट्टी में खेलना चाहते हो, दैट्स योर विश. आपको फ्लाइंग करना है, आपको कुछ गेम खेलना है. एज अ वुमन आई वांटेड टू प्ले सॉकर. आई हैव प्लेड सॉकर विद माय सन, ही इज अ वेरी गुड सॉकर प्लेयर.
Okay.
So I was like, I wanted to do all these things. मैंने बाइकिंग सीखने की कोशिश की, चोट लग गई मुझे, but I will try again.
At least you tried. Yes.
I tried. So ये सब चीजें है ना, तो मुझे लगता है कि हमें ऐसा लगता है कि हमारे पास बहुत टाइम है और हमारे पास 2 जिंदगी है. मतलब एक खत्म भी हो गई तो क्या हुआ, हम दोबारा जी लेंगे. बट ऐसा नहीं है.
Correct.
We have only one life. We all have one life.
Correct.
So we were born single. And that's the book we will talk about.
Yeah.
How this journey started, when I actually में started कि यार हम अकेले आए हैं इस दुनिया में. पूरी जर्नी हमारी अकेले रही है. हमारे कर्मा हमारे साथ है. जब हम बोलते हैं कर्मा, तो ये नहीं है कि मेरे हस्बैंड के कर्मा भी मुझे लगेंगे, या मेरे बच्चे के, या मेरे सास ससुर के, या मेरे पेरेंट्स. नो, इट्स माय ओन कर्मा.
Right.
So that means I'm all alone in this world.
हम अकेले आए थे, अकेले जाएंगे. वेरी सिंपल है.
अकेले जाने वाले, पर हम रियलाइज ही नहीं कर रहे.
हाँ.
हमें वो रियलाइजेशन ही नहीं हो रहा है. और जिस दिन हमें रियलाइज होगा ना, उस दिन हमारी अवेकनिंग होगी. तो मुझे लगता है मेरी अवेकनिंग तो हो गई. आई एम वेरी हैप्पी.
Yeah, absolutely. So considering the best interest of time, Minaakshi, I just little touch upon on the book. ये you are a versatile woman. That's unabashedly saying it. I mean, I think the interaction that we have had, the discussions that we have had, I think hats off to your caliber. And there are a lot of things that I only know so far, and a lot of people who will watch this particular show would not know, because that they are not supposed to know that. It's a talk show for public, but in due course of conversation, आपने बहुत सारी चीजें कहा मुझे, and that's how I get to know my guest better, which helps me frame my questions impromptu, because आपको पता है, neither I have sent you any sort of questions beforehand so that you are prepared. So it's absolutely a free flow conversation where there is no script, there is no thought in our mind which is like a preconceived notion that अच्छा ये मुझे पहले से प्रिपेयर करके जाना है, यही आंसर बोलना है, सवाल यही आएंगे. नहीं, ऐसा तो नहीं है. तो इस बातों से ही पता चल रहा है. So coming back to writing a book, बहुत लोग सोचते हैं. I have seen a lot of people. I mean, I am also one of them. I thought multiple times that I should write. There are a lot of people I met जैसे नो यार किताब लिखते हैं. मेरी जिंदगी में तो किताब बन सकती है, फिल्म बन सकती है, लेकिन वो कभी लिखते नहीं, राइट? वो कभी वो एग्जीक्यूट नहीं करते हैं. Even I also could not do it, even if I at one point of time I was like way too serious about writing a book about my life or my, learnings in life so far. What was your true source of inspiration because of which you thought of writing a book, first settling down those thoughts in your head, then getting onto a laptop and keep writing it? Because it's, I think, what is 100 odd page? 200 page?
Yeah, it is 100.
It's 100 odd page, right? 100 odd page. I know the numbers also, right? See, I remember. So, what was that inspiration, and why did you think that यार मुझे तो एक किताब लिखनी चाहिए? और ये आपका किताब का जो नाम है, which is Flying Solo, वो भी बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है. So थोड़ा टच बेस करेंगे उस पे. If you can just briefly let me know about this.
So as I told you, when I was going through a lot of depression, there were so many things in my heart. I wanted to talk to somebody. I wanted to share my feelings, how I am feeling, what had happened to my life. So there was nobody. मैं किसी को बताना चाहती थी, कोई समझ नहीं रहा था.
Right.
कभी-कभी आप बताते रो जाते हो और लोग ये हो गया यार, डिप्रेशन तेरा बंद कर.
Right.
So मुझे लग रहा था कि मुझे ये जो मेरे दिल में इतनी सारी चीजें हैं, I want to just vent it out so that I can start my new life. So that's how it started. I started writing. I started recording myself. जो भी मैं घर में घूमते फिरते या कहीं जाती थी तो मोबाइल पे एकदम से मुझे वो मेमोरी याद आती थी कि आई हैव डन दिस, ऐसा हुआ मेरी लाइफ में, ये लर्निंग थी, ऐसा वैसा. तो आई यूज्ड टू कीप रिकॉर्डिंग एंड आई यूज्ड टू कम बैक एंड स्टार्ट टाइपिंग.
अच्छा, रिकॉर्डिंग इन द सेंस ताकि वो थॉट खो ना जाए. एंड आई कीप दैट बिकॉज थॉट्स तो बहुत सारे आते हैं, बट सम एक्सप्लिसिट थॉट यू रियली वांट टू कैप्चर एंड यू वांटेड टू रिकॉर्ड देम सो दैट यू वांट टू कैप्चर देम इन योर बुक.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So that's how it started because somebody said, Minaakshi, तुम्हारी voice बहुत अच्छी है. So I'm like, okay. So मुझे लगा कि यार मजाक कर रहे थे, तो उसने बोला रिकॉर्ड कर और सुन ले. That's how it started. So I recorded myself and I'm like, okay, not bad. So I'm like, this is an easy way to do, if you have anything you wanted to talk to somebody, if you don't have anybody, because as I told you, my book is all about flying solo. So अभी मैं खुश हूँ किसी बात से, तो मैंने फोन उठाया और उसे रिकॉर्ड कर लिया कि यार मैं आज बहुत खुश हूँ, मेरे मन में ये है, blah 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 blah, and close. So I went it out because I think women want to take out what is there in their heart so that they can have a new experience in it.
Right.
So I think this is a very good thing to do. So this is how it started, and I had so many recording and I'm like, no, I think I should start writing a book.
Writing a book, yeah.
Yes, and that's how it started. I started writing, and
and why Flying Solo? Where did that name came from?
Because when I was writing and when I was listening to whatever I have recorded as a third party, I realized कि यार ये लड़की तो पूरी जिंदगी अकेली रही है. और जब मैंने आगे पीछे देखा तो देखा everybody is lonely. I'm not the only one who's lonely.
Right.
मतलब जो मैरिड है वो भी लोनली है, जो सिंगल है वो भी लोनली है, जो रिलेशनशिप में है वो भी लोनली है. वो अभी भी मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि शादी हो जाएगी तो एकदम से लाइफ चेंज हो जाएगी.
Right.
ऐसा नहीं कि आप रिलेशनशिप में या प्यार में आओगे तो लाइफ कंप्लीट हो जाएगी.
Correct.
आप फिर भी अकेले हो क्योंकि वो इंसान अपनी कर्मा कर रहा है, वो अपना काम कर रहा है और आप उसको देख रहे हो कि यार मुझसे बात कर, या मेरे साथ मूवी चल, या मेरे साथ खाना खा ले, यार आज मुझे चाइनीज खाना है, वो कह रहा है नहीं मुझे कुछ और खाना है. So there is always a clash. Right. And then you realize that your best friend is only you.
अच्छा. Yeah.
So I became my own best friend. वो भी एक पिक्चर की है ना कि मैं अपनी फेवरेट हूँ.
मैं आपकी फेवरेट. Minaakshi and Bollywood are deeply entangled with each other. करण जौहर साहब, अगर आप ये देख रहे होंगे कभी, तो you know that you have really spoiled a lot of childhood of lot of children because आपने ख्वाब दिखाया लोगों को और उस ख्वाब के चक्कर में लोग जिंदगी में बह गए and gotten carried away.
यार पर मैं कहूंगी करण जौहर को थैंक यू भी बोलूंगी कि हमारी लाइफ को इतना ब्यूटीफुल भी बनाया.
Exactly.
वो जो फेरी टेल थी ना, मतलब शायद हम वो सपने ही नहीं देख पाते. सम्राट,
True.
वो जो ब्यूटीफुल सपना दिया है उन्होंने, वो जो क्लोथिंग दी है, वो जो फैशन दिया है, that's
Location
also
दिया है, वो जो it's a different camaraderie that he
that's
has, and
also
I think
beautiful. So thanks to him for this.
thanks to him, of course, and he's I think one of the finest directors that we have in the Indian film
Absolutely,
industry.
absolutely. High regards to him, yeah.
Yes, and I think Ae Dil Hai Mushkil, Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum, recently Rocky or Rani Ki Prem Kahani, I think he always has that grandeur stuff, you know, the huge set, brilliant location. He's like, and he tells also to the world that no, I shamelessly copy Mr. Yash Chopra sometimes because I'm so
That's
inspired
okay.
by him. So yeah, so in conversation with Minaakshi Arora right now from Delhi. Coming to the last segment of this particular conversation, I really wish the conversation doesn't end, Minaakshi. There is so much to unravel. There is so much to talk about, so much to learn about one's life. वो एक घंटे में possible नहीं होता है. But everyone has their own limitation in terms of providing time. So once again, thank you very much for giving this 1 hour because I know you're a busy woman. You even forgot that the show is scheduled at 6 o'clock. I had to remind you. And it was
So
very,
sorry for that.
no, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. Well, men also will have to vent out sometimes, you know. So we also need someone to be a punching bag. But hey, so all the best for your book, Minaakshi. I think Flying Solo, the concept and the manuscript that I have read, I think it's got a brilliant message to the audience, to the readers or the book lovers. I really wish I could talk more about the book, but वो थोड़ा वो खत्म हो जाएगा.
That's okay. That's perfectly fine. I think I'll share the book and then we'll talk again
Yes.
about the book once it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Now,
I just sorry. Yeah. Please.
No,
please.
go ahead. Go. You were saying something.
No. I was just sharing my tarot journey because I
was just about to come to that. No. So there's the last segment that, you know, HR in ZTV, HR in Gasic Research, HR in NIIT, HR in your last organization. I'm sorry, I don't recall the name. And
Club Mahindra.
Club Mahindra, for that matter, yes. तो वहां से ये tarot reading astrology कहाँ से आ गया? How did that journey start?
Yeah, so I'll tell you, Samrat. So I was always a very intuitive person. As I told you, I could see the red flag in 6 months, everything. I knew this will not work, or there is a problem. और since my childhood कि जैसे मेरी किसी भी friend का boyfriend बनता था या कुछ होता था ना, तो they used to send me a photograph and say कि यार तू क्या बोलती है, ये लड़का ठीक है मेरे लिए.
अच्छा, इसका face reading कर दो.
हाँ, मतलब कि face reading कर दो, and plus if I listen to somebody ना,
right,
मुझे उसकी soul से connect हो जाती हूँ मैं, and I can understand कि वो अंदर से कैसा इंसान है.
Okay, so this is like a God's gift to you.
Yes, it is a God gift.
Right.
That's what I feel. So वो जो connection था वो हमेशा से ही था मुझे, और मेरी इतनी दोस्तों ने मुझे बोला कि यार तूने बोला था कि वो लड़का ठीक नहीं है और तुझे लगता है उसकी आवाज सुन के, तो वो ऐसे ही रिकॉर्ड करके ना मुझे देती थी. मैंने कहा कुछ भी उससे बुलवा ले, मुझे उसकी सिर्फ आवाज सुननी है. बिकॉज लोग कहते हैं आंखों से सोल का रास्ता है, मेरे को आवाज से सुनाई देता है. सो मुझे उसकी आवाज से उसके दिल का राज पता चल जाता है कि वो बोल क्या रहा है. जैसे वो कहते हैं ना, वो अंडरलाइन करके कि पॉलिसी लेते हैं तो बोलते हैं कि आप
मतलब कंडीशंस अप्लाई एंड सब्जेक्ट मैटर मार्केटप्लेस,
तो वो जो कंडीशन अप्लाई है ना वो आवाज से सुनाई देती है.
अच्छा,
तो वो कंडीशन अप्लाइड जो थी वो मुझे सुननी थी. तो दिस इज हाउ इट स्टार्टेड. टैरो मैंने बहुत टाइम से कर रखा है. I used to do it free of cost with my friends. कोई देता था, पेमेंट करते थे, क्योंकि we have to exchange energy. We should not do it free because it affect our health.
Right.
That is the concept, you know, because you get attached to somebody, and then slowly, then this Mrs. India happened, and it's just that somebody asked me, what do you do? So मेरे मुंह से एकदम से निकल गया, I'm a tarot card reader. So I was doing it as a hobby, but not as a profession. And somebody's like, wow, tu mera kar degi tarot. So I started doing it.
Okay.
And I realized that this girl paid me a bond.
Okay.
I never asked anything. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. And
मुझे तो लगा ही नहीं था. I never thought of it. Yeah.
मतलब she got so happy and she's like, yeah, you told me everything perfect, and I try to help her and all that stuff. And every time till date, if there is anything, first she'll do Google Pay me, and then she'll call me कि मैंने तुझे Google Pay कर दिया है. Now take out time for me.
Reading. Okay.
So like, okay, this is interesting, and that's how this journey started. And I really enjoy helping people, and when they come up and say thank you so much,
Right.
वो चीज़ मुझे बहुत amazing लगती है. And I'm on one of the app also. It's a leading app. I don't want to take the name here,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it's also I'm an astrologer there.
Yeah.
I help people.
I really wish
and
I could take the name of the app because I know the CEO of that app myself. But no, that's for
Okay.
confidentiality. जिनको ढूंढना है वो आपको ढूंढ ही लेंगे कहीं ना कहीं से.
Totally.
Yeah, Minaakshi is a very, very famous tarot reader in that particular app, which is equally very famous in India. You should definitely try type Minaakshi Rathour, Rathour, and Minaakshi, the name spelling that I've told you. तो ये name spelling जो आपने change किया है, is it because of जब you took tarot reading full time or some numerology, some astrological effect because you changed your
Yes, yes, absolutely. So we all, जैसे हम पैदा होते हैं तो there is a time.
Right.
सबसे पहले nurse आती है and they'll give you a time. Okay, this is the time you were born.
The birth time, you're saying.
Birth time,
Right.
right? And the date, what date you were born, what
Yeah.
year you were born. So these are all numbers.
Right.
और इसी तरह से हमारे नाम के अंदर भी numbers हो. So that
Absolutely.
number should be aligned with your date of birth.
Okay.
And that's how I have changed, and I've changed my life. So changing name can change your life.
Has it actually happened?
Yes, see,
With
I'm
you.
happy again, and this
You're
was
happy
my
again.
childhood dream, which I'm living right now,
Okay.
Samrat.
By the
This
way,
was my
another
dream.
yeah.
To be
By the way,
happy
I was
and
about to
happy.
tell you, I was about to tell the audience whoever will watch the show कि देखो टैरो रीडिंग एस्ट्रोलॉजी ये सब बहुत लोग करते हैं, बट मीनाक्षी की खासियत है कि वो विजिटिंग कार्ड भी रीडिंग करती है.
Oh,
You know?
yes.
Yes, I very, very vividly remember you telling me that, and we discussed about my visiting card and etc. Right? Remember?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So Minaakshi has that quality. अगर आपके पास आपका विजिटिंग कार्ड है, आप डेफिनेटली अपना विजिटिंग कार्ड दिखा सकते हो. वो विजिटिंग कार्ड देख के आपको बता देंगी कि क्या होने वाला है, क्या हुआ है, उसको चेंज करना चाहिए, etc. 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 So if you do want to connect with Minaakshi, Minaakshi Rathour is her full name. She is available on LinkedIn. She is on Instagram. She is on Facebook. So please do connect with her. My personal recommendation, because I think she's a fantastic human being. She's extremely honest. She's extremely candid, and she is a no-nonsense lady. You know, she will say what comes to her mouth, what comes to her mind, because she is extremely pure and genuine in her heart, and that's highly, highly appreciated, Minaakshi. So. ये तो हो गया कि आपने कहा कि I was good in that was God's gift, and you kind of pursued it, right?
Yeah.
Did you never have even a fear that ये जो energy exchange की आप बात कर रहे हो, right? जब आप किसी के कार्ड रीड करते हो, there is some sort of an energy that you absorb and that you release, जिसकी वजह से आपका health effect हो सकता है, जो भी आपने कहा, right? I don't know to what extent all the tarot readers they follow it religiously or not, because if you go to YouTube, you will see millions of channels there, and everyone is a tarot reader, and I can never figure out which one to follow, which one not to follow. Someone says it's going to be a brilliant month or a brilliant day today, you will see what is going to happen. Exactly उल्टा होता है. और कभी-कभार वो बोलता है, and very rarely someone says कि आज ना आपका दिन ठीक नहीं जाएगा. तो this is sense of belief कि आप उस पर भरोसा करना चालू कर देते हो, right? कि वो बंदे ने एक बार ठीक बोल दिया, तो आप उसको फॉलो करते हो. दूसरी बार ठीक नहीं बोला, तो बोले यार पहली बार तो ठीक बोला था, दूसरी बार क्या हो गया इसको, right? So ये जो हम जो कस्टमर्स हैं या फिर हम जो ऑडियंस हैं जो ये बिलीव करते हैं, see we are not qualified the way you are qualified in terms of tarot reading, right? So किसके ऊपर भरोसा करना चाहिए? What should be the red flags that we should see in these tarot readers or these astrologers, where we should not waste our time, and we should follow someone who is truly genuine and would not आप भगवान तो हो नहीं, आप सब कुछ नहीं बता सकते,
बिल्कुल नहीं कर सकते,
है ना? बट कुछ जो एक चीज जो सही होती है, उसके लिए आपका सजेशन क्या होगा? बारिंग योरसेल्फ, मतलब अपने मुंह में नहीं करते हैं, right?
In general, I tell you.
In general, yes.
Yeah. So Samrat, how it happens is you cannot relate to everybody. So as I told you, red flag जो है वो intuitive है, वो अंदर से आता है. Same way, tarot is also like this. आप इतने लोगों को देखोगे, सबकी बात सुनोगे, और उसके बाद क्या होगा कि आप सडनली आप किसी एक या दो के साथ कनेक्ट हो, तो आपका दिल खुद कहेगा कि यार मुझे इससे बात करनी है. शायद आपका दिल बोलेगा कि शी हैज द मैसेज.
अच्छा.
वी आर जस्ट अ मीडिएटर,
राइट.
सो if you reached out to me, that means there is a message from God which I have to deliver to you.
Right.
That's it. You will automatically reach out to me. I don't have to do anything. You will search for me. जैसे आपने देखा YouTube पे या कहीं पर भी आपने मुझे सर्च किया, मैं कहीं पे मिली, आप बहुत लोगों को बात करो, लेकिन आप किसी एक के पास जाओगे और जिसके पास जाओगे ना, उसी के पास आपका मैसेज होगा. So I tell all my viewers कि आप अपनी इंट्यूशन को और अपने आप को ट्रस्ट करो. Not because कि आपने किसी दोस्त ने बोला यार she is good, go to her. I will not recommend. आप देखो उसे, आपको लगता है कि यार मुझे वो वाइब्स आ रही हैं, मुझे बहुत पॉजिटिव एनर्जी आ रही है, मुझे लगता है that she is good, then you should connect.
Right. So it is purely on your intuition.
Absolutely.
Purely. इसका कोई मतलब सक्सेस मंत्रा नहीं है जहाँ पे आप बोल सकते हैं यही ग्रीन सिग्नल्स आपको देखना चाहिए जिसके वजह से आप इनके पास जाइए या फिर इनके पास नहीं जाइए.
नहीं, आप किसी के पास भी जा सकते हैं और मुझे लगता है जब हम वहां पहुंचते हैं तो हमारा मैसेज होता है. क्योंकि आप देखो इतने लोगों के बीच में कितने सारे टैरो कार्ड रीडर हैं, हर कोई हर एक जगह नहीं पहुंच सकता है. आप जहां पहुंचे हो वहां पे आपको पहुंचना था, इसलिए आप पहुंचे. इट इज ऑल डेस्टिनी. दैट इज द रीजन. I might advertise in 100 places, but 100 people will not reach out to me. Only those people will reach out to me जिसका आंसर मेरे पास होगा. सिर्फ वही मेरे नंबर ढूंढ पाएंगे, वही मुझे कॉल कर पाएंगे, वही मेरे पास तक पहुंच पाएंगे. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the message to the audience who actually believe in tarot. I also do believe in tarot, so obviously that is another thing which is something to talk about. I firmly believe in मतलब मेरा एक भरोसा है, एक सिस्टम है. I mean, ऐसा नहीं कि मैं firmly इस पे बिलीव करता हूँ या फिर नहीं करता हूँ, whatever. But yes, एक तो एक ये ना होता है ना दिमाग में काम करता है. So yeah, so that's about it. Wow, Minaakshi, it's been already 1 hour, little more than 1 hour right now that we've been talking. Time का पता ही नहीं चला. That's exactly what happens in GLIBTALK. You know, जहाँ पे वो कुछ बंदिशें नहीं हैं, आपको सोच के नहीं बोलना है, बस फ्लो में आप बात करते रहते हो. एंड देयर इज सो मच दैट आई हैव लर्न फ्रॉम यू राइट नाउ आल्सो इन दिस कॉन्वर्सेशन. आई एम श्योर द रेस्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड वुड आल्सो इक्वली learn it when they actually watch the show. So yeah, thank you very much Tahe, dil se dobara aapka
thank you so much for calling me.
But before I let you go, I need to hear from you that what is your thought about this initiative. थोड़ा आप GLIBTALK के बारे में थोड़ा सा अच्छा बोल दोगे, थोड़ा मेरे बारे में कुछ बोल दोगे. ऐसा नहीं कि आपको बोलना है, but if you can talk about a few good words, it'd be really really nice and would be very inspiring for me.
Sure, Samrat. Thank you so much first for saying such good thing about me. I don't know I deserve it or not, but thank you. And this GLIBTALK, obviously, as I told you, after seeing the visiting card, you need to change it, okay, Samrat?
I will.
You will be very famous very soon. That's my prediction for you. Yeah, just change the visiting card and you see a magic happening in your life. And as you rightly said, ki this is not scripted. And that's the beauty, Samrat. That's the beauty of this entire conversation that we दिल से बात करते हैं, दिल से, and that's how audience will connect with us.
Correct.
जब हम दिल से किसी से बात करते हैं, तभी किसी के दिल तक बात पहुंचती है.
बहुत सही बात है. Correct.
तो सम्राट, आपने मुझे यहाँ बुलाया and thank you so much. And I wish and I'll pray for you कि आप बहुत सारे ऐसे लोगों को, जो हमारे जैसे लोग हैं, जो शायद लाइफ में थोड़ा बहुत कुछ किया, अभी कुछ अचीव भी नहीं किया, अभी तो बहुत कुछ करना है जिंदगी में. जब हम शायद कभी कुछ बन जाए, कभी भी आप हमारा इंटरव्यू लें.
अरे बिल्कुल ही, मतलब you would be the one. So I'm just going to wait for your book to get released, and we talked about it, Minaakshi. Today we spoke about it. So when the book gets published, I will be the first one to probably do a virtual press conference in like this and talk about the book and the audience responses and how it is going, etc. But nonetheless, it is indeed a pleasure once again. Tahe, dil se shukriya. Thank you very much for saying yes to this initiative. बहुत ही छोटा सा है.
बहुत ही beautiful है, Samrat. I must say, this is. I wanted to ask you how it started, how you thought about that you should take interview of people who are like right now nobody.
See, I was in one of the leading radio stations, right? I was hosting a prime time show. They're in a different city altogether. And I met more or less all the stars. I've taken all their interviews. I've hosted the Sean live in concert, seen 1.5 lakh people clapping, dancing together. Farhan Akhtar ji, Imran Hashmi, Mahesh Bhatt of the world. I've taken their live interviews on air. So, but then I realized that, it is definitely enchanting. It is definitely a feel-good factor that you get to talk to a celebrity sitting right next to you, a film star, जिनको हम पर्दे में देखते हैं, उनके साथ बात करके उनको आप सवाल पूछ रहे हो उनके फिल्म्स के बारे में, लाइफ के बारे में, whatever. But वो ना very stereotype है. That's like ठीक है, वो celebrity है इसीलिए तो उनको पूछते हैं सवाल. Just because he's a star or she is a star or a film actress is in that particular genre, in that stature, is obviously people would love to hear about them. But then it struck me that why we are not stars in our own life. We are stars in our own life. We have a story to tell to the entire world. That what I have gone through, how I have become whom I have become, my odds, my ups and downs, etc. So I think pandemic was a time I had this in my head. जैसे आपने कहा था ना कि वो किताब मैंने कभी ऐसे सोचा नहीं था, but धीरे धीरे when I realized or I started realizing कि कोई सुनो मुझे, but जिसको मैं बताती थी वो बोलती है हो गया ना तेरा डिप्रेशन अभी खत्म कर इसको हो गया ना, but that's not what you wanted to hear from them.
Yeah.
So the similar thought I had that I have done this 4 years, I've been doing it, playing the songs, doing the same thing time and again, but इस time कुछ और अलग करते हैं. So that's how this initiative of GLIBTALK came in my mind.
I'm glad it happened. That's why I'm here. So all thanks to you and your thoughts. Samrat, I wanted to add one more thing here, sure. Which I always talk about. People talk about mental health. I want to talk about emotional health.
Right.
And when we say we are flying solo and we all are lonely somewhere or the other, it's not here. We are lonely from here.
Yeah.
So we need to take care of our heart or our emotions.
Always.
And how will we do that? Just talk to yourself. अपने से दोस्ती कर लो, अपने को best friend बना लो, तुम हमेशा खुश रहो. That's what I wanted to say.
That's the mantra.
Yeah, that's the mantra.
And there's a lot more to it that Minaakshi told me, which I will not tell you because she went alone on a date by herself. That's what she told me.
I keep doing that.
She treated herself for a beautiful dinner when she went out and just had a dinner, treated herself a wonderful dining experience and just came back home because that's how she became her own best friend. So thank you very much for sharing once again your life journey and your experience so far, Minaakshi. I think that's a great takeaway. So my request to the audience once again is just follow Minaakshi, follow her Instagram, follow her on LinkedIn, find her on that famous Astro app, which is leading Astro app in India. She is definitely there if you type her name. So please do consult with her. They can
contact me directly also. I prefer
they can contact you directly also. Yes. So that's how it is. But thank you very much for supporting this initiative. We are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, I'm on LinkedIn, so please do support. We have 2 beautiful WhatsApp groups. There are more than 300 people are supporting this initiative. Chota sa hai, but ek din aas hai in an anticipation that it might grow. I'm not looking forward, it's not my profession, but yeah, I do it just because it's my passion and I really, really enjoy talking to people and learning about their life. And that's exactly what it's all about. So thank you once again, Minaakshi. You have a wonderful evening ahead. God bless you. May you become the best astrologer. May your book become the international bestseller. I'll be truly, truly happy.
Same here. Thank you so much. And I'll pray for you as I always say. Thank you. It was my pleasure to be here. And it was just amazing. 1 घंटा कहाँ गया मुझे भी नहीं पता चला.
ज़्यादा हो गया. Almost 1.5 घंटा हो गया.
I think whenever we talk more than an hour.
Exactly. That's our pattern has been.
So thank you so much. It was lovely talking to you. You are a wonderful person and I'll hope that you will go places.
Thank you.
Okay, इतना 300 तक का नहीं रखना है, इसको 3 लाख 3 करोड़ तक
बनाना है.
So all the best.
Absolutely, and I will be in touch with you, Minaakshi. So take care, God bless, and with this,
take care.
We say goodbye to our audience and stay tuned for the next episode coming with another wonderful soul learning about their life. Take care.
All right.
Have a
pleasure.
Thank
you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.